I understand the point you're bringing up because I was, but people were coming to those rallies because they agree with her. Look at the polls out there. Look where people stand on life. Look where real Americans think. And you will find, you will find that in the, oh God, I hate to say it, but in the cities where there are a little bit more liberal elite populations, you're not going to find what's representative of America. And there was a lot more to her than fascination.
These are some people upset with something you said.
Yes. Chris, explain.
You're getting a lot, and they're angry. I'm going to read one from Bob. This is in Peachtree City, Georgia. Sounds like a nice enough place.
It's a great place.
Mika, what were you thinking in making the comment about Sarah Palin connecting with real Americans? Who are the real Americans?
Yeah, Mika.
Well, I think her views actually do. And as much as people in the mainstream media may not agree with her views on some key issues, I think a lot of Americans do. And I remember traveling the country as a CBS correspondent and meeting these Americans. Many of them agree with her. And so what they thought they found in the beginning, and a lot has happened since the beginning, was someone who could really represent their views on life.
Other than pro-life, do you think Americans even know her views other than pro-life?
I think the ones who were curious, and I think there are a lot of curious Americans out there who want to know what their potential leaders stand for, found her exciting, found her representative of their conservative views.
She doesn't read books.
With them myself.
Let's clarify though, because you talked about real Americans. Well,
what I meant was.
But you're talking about we're always exposed to people that live in New York or Washington. You're talking about people outside of the areas where everybody in the media operates.
Absolutely. And also, I think much of if you look at the polls that we've been covering over the past few months, it's not just my point of view. This is reflected in the numbers. This is the first time since it started taking, I think, the Gallup tracking poll, where more Americans are pro-life than pro-choice.
It's also
Sarah Palin used the term "real America." She talked about pro-American areas. I think that's why people are upset by what you said.
Don't like the term "real America."
To be clear, you're talking about people like us, frankly, people in the press who are a little insulated from the real world. There are plenty of real Americans in New York City.
And by the way,
all over the. I mean,
you're talking about a woman. By the way, everybody take a deep breath. You're talking about a woman who was born in Manhattan, grew up in Washington, D.C., the toniest part of Washington, D.C.
Stop it.
And summers in Northeast Harbor, Maine. So she is one of you. So just take a deep breath. It's going to be okay.